whereas with Chalet, you can pretty much just cut off those roams with one guy, one gun facing an angle.
Looking at the attack then, Blackbeard, Thermite, Sledge, Thatcher, Capital. Very standard for attacking the basement here. The Thatcher to get in through the trapdoor should they mute it. Capital to completely control this basement bomb site once it is open. Thermite, Blackbeard are standard. On the defense, 3-sub, Jaeger, Smoke, Valkyrie, Rook, and Pulse also very safe, very standardized defenses.
Yeah, the Pulse is going to be interesting. What I would like to see from a Pulse on this defense is probably playing it close in that laundry room, looking for the plant on top of the dryer or washer, what have you, and you know, calling out for the smoke or using his own C4 to try and lock that out. Looks like we're going to be seeing a turtle defense, which is pretty standard. It's what you'd expect to see first round, especially. You got to be a little cautious on this. Some teams have been mixing it up and trying to do a full roamer strat. I want to see if we're going to see that from one of these teams.
That camera I do not feel is going to last very long at all.
It's going to get spotted real fast. And if it doesn't, I would be extremely surprised.
So Vandal's journeying forward. He's not actually over there. Redeemer's over there with him with the diffuser. Both of them just journeying there. But they will head towards that in a second.
This is a pretty standard clear out from the drones from SoaR. This is what we see a whole lot. They'll start on the junk side of the building, and they'll move over on the top floor here with one guy to make sure there's no roamers.
Chinny using a grenade to make a hole in the top
his
floor and get rid of his teammate's drone. Yep,
yeah.
Redeemer loses that. But it will give him an eye down through to the floor and down the staircase below. Redeemer actually walks straight past that camera. It is still there. They have ignored it completely.
Guys?
Well, they droned in. They knew it was safe to push forward. They didn't need to hide behind that van the entire way. They can just go straight up to the building, which as a result, it's staying there. Titan has taken a bit of a beating already here now at the front side garage. He was firing down towards the staircase and doing what he can to stay alive. He is there on 5 HP, but didn't really deal any damage to anyone downstairs waiting. Meanwhile, on the same floor as them, is Jay. He's in this back tower. He's waiting for the call to push in towards the lobby and come through meeting. But it is going to be a little while yet. Big kill hole in the back for him to use, but Chinny is watching the flank. They've opened up the trapdoor, and with 1:30 on the clock, it's time for Neps to start doing his thing down through the hole. Grenading through into barbed wire, or Capital asphyxiating bolt the right corners and to lock off the site. There is the grenades to the barbed wire. Titan needs to make sure he stays at long range. He doesn't have the health to take any kind of tag from it. He's going to completely blind himself. That's going to slow them down a little way, but Redeemer's coming on down. Now it's time for Hopes. Hope's job now should be to just stop that plant going down with a smoke charge. There he goes off the first one. It isn't touching Redeemer at all. The Titan is watching down the corridor. He takes Hopes down very, very low, and Redeemer's smoke is going to be used for cover. Replant. 5 players left alive on both sides. The C4 comes out, does kill off the Thermite and down the Blackbeard. That's big for Digital, and he gets out alive. Neps is now looking up and above. There is a pulse up there. Beastly's going to head his way down the stairs in just a moment, but he's very, very low already. Does get the kill down through the stairwell onto Blackbeard and then get downed himself. Now, Vandal's looking for a meeting. The Jaeger has already come through and come down in towards kitchen, and Vandal's the last man standing. They are on the diffuser already. He's coming around behind Jay and will get the down on him, finishes him off, but as he pushes forward, they're already waiting for him in a beautiful retake for a 3-sub.
Honestly, that was kind of surprising. That was a really good attack from SoaR. They got the bomb down, which is pretty much the hardest part of this attack, and they completely avoided that smoke. That was really good plant from the Thermite, knowing that there would be a smoke in that corner, as there almost always is, and just completely avoiding it. I'm not sure what happened there to cause that to fall apart. I mean, the C4 from Valkyrie was perfect. It did down one person, kill one person, but I still think they could have been able to hold that together with the 3 people that had remaining. I think they panicked a little bit.
From what I could see, didn't hold meeting room well enough, right? We had
Yeah.
Jaeger and Pulse get up through meeting room. Pulse went straight in through kitchen, up the stairs, around above them all, and then down from one angle to pick up the kill from above. We then had Jaeger come through the back corridor and peek himself, picking up another kill, because they just weren't straight paying enough attention to it. Yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit more about that last round, but there's too much to talk about here.
What?
SoaR have voluntarily picked the back tower bomb site.
That's confusing.
They're taking Castle. They're using that on 2 windows.
Please
That's fine.
Set a new meta, please, SoaR. I want to see this work.
So this one especially, pointless.
Yeah.
That's a free sledge. That's open. There's nothing's going to stop that.
Well, they're both kind of pointless.
this one has, I was going to say, depending on how they play, this one has a little bit more defendability, right? Sledge goes to try and hammer that. Maybe you've got a person in here killing it. Very easy to stop. Maybe you've got a person downstairs. Again, very easy to stop, but might be something they've got up their mind. They do have Neps around here. He's going to be in that kind of place. So there's some way you can maybe punish Sledge for that one, but the one on the backside, definitely not.
Well, this honestly...
And the one up top here, again, a little bit more punishable, but still unsure.
This is all new. Like, this is... We need to see how this plays out before we can really be like, okay, well, this way, blah, blah. No, like, I have no idea what's going on here. I want to find out.
All right, let's find then. Hope's journeying on through. The reinforcement in meeting stops his journey on that side, and they get the information. Jay running very quickly through the garage, checking out cameras as he goes. Speaking of that Sledge, well, it is digital, and he's coming in the top floor through the big A window. Pulse is up here and is yet to have been droned. Does get, there we go, droned out a couple of times. Carnage has seen him, he's killed it off and shot it. He's now tucked in by the walk-in wardrobe, and smartly so, Digital just watching the door. He looks for the camera. Ooh, it's a tight timing. Basically loses his drone again, but he's just watching the doorway now, just pinning Pulse in here as Hopes comes up the front staircase. So, Hopes and Digital pushing on forward. Spray through the wall. Digital now gets in close and reloads himself. Heads towards the walk-in wardrobe to crack open a different angle. Pulse is down by the bed. Prone in the corner. Beastly droning him again. He stands up and Hopes takes him out easily. Very well done. 3 subs to take out that Roma. Took a little bit of time to do it though. Let's see if they can speed up the rest of their push through the rest of the house. They've now got to deal with Titan in meeting hall and be cautious of Chinny coming up behind them from downstairs. Trapdoor has been opened up.
Do they know if Chinny's down here?
I think they must do, Judge.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beastly's
Opened up the
looking
drop,
down in,
yeah.
he's just tagged him up there too, the way they put that drop, and so Chinny's fallen back smartly. Inside meeting now, Titan has also fallen deeply back in towards the site. So if nothing else, SoaR might just win this from time alone. They are wasting a lot of time trying to take out Chinny now as this roamer downstairs. They already used up minute 15 on the guy up in bedroom on that pulse. And they are not going to have much time left to assault the actual objective itself.
I guess the tower defense kind of working out in that they tried to take the whole building rather than just playing on the outside of the tower like you probably should have. Yeah. I mean, you'd so easily take the site just by assaulting the tower. I don't know.
Well, they're looking to go for it now. 45 seconds on the clock. Hopes has cracked open a way into the attic. Jay is rappelling up onto the back windows on the very top floor. Digital is coming to join them. Thatcher's here too. Meanwhile, still down in the basement, Chinny is looking to go forwards towards the front end again. Titan finally in a meeting now, looking with a very nice angle past these sandbags towards the door, and Hopes doesn't have the diffusers, giving it to Beastly. They're going to look to try and make their way in.
20 seconds.
They really have to make their mind up. Titan looks away just as they start to come on through. The shots are rattling off Hope. They do down him, but the plant has already got inside. Chinny's been downed on the stairs below because Carnage is already in. There's another man on the stairs, and there's a perfect shot from the staircase onto the diffuser in the doorway. Redeemer getting that kill, but then Titan will be down. Castle has been downed. The only man left standing is on the top floor, and it's Vandal with a shotgun. He picks up the diffuser. Carnage cannot get the defuse down in time.
Okay, so what happened there? They addressed this site as if it was any other site. They went in, they cleared the building of roamers, almost kind of, I guess, unnecessarily. I mean, sure, you can get attacked from those long angles, but really when it comes down to the tower, I think it's safe to say you can just assault directly onto it, and that's why nobody defends it. And so yeah, they wasted that time. It got down to the last seconds, and they just kind of ran in, got the kills. And
to be fair, if they'd have had an extra 5 seconds,
yeah, they would have won that round.
Yeah, they would have won that.
They wasted too much time in the building. That's what happened. And when they decided that they finally changed their mind, what they do? They went outside, they assaulted the tower, they just went in the door, got the kills. It would have been their round if they just had decided to do that a little bit sooner.
Yeah. So time now for 3 sub to go for their own defense. It's going to be a more standardized top floor one. Going to be hopefully shrugging it off, but could possibly be kicking themselves for losing that last round. It was easily in the bag.
Yeah.
They were just a little bit faster. But they're in the more standard defense. They're going to set up their reinforcements on the master bedroom, the attic, and the
I like that bear trap.
Bear trap, yeah, right over the edge, top of the ladder around the corner.
They fully reinforced. Wait, they haven't reinforced the closet yet.
No, they haven't reinforced the closet at all. They also haven't made a kill hole or a crawl hole into it. But Hopes is now on his way over there.
Some teams reinforce it fully. Some teams make a rotation hole through it so that Thermite can't ever get there.
He's doing it fully.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be fully. Honestly, I'm more partial to opening it up on one end. That way you can still play the position, but at the same time, you don't have to worry about an attacker getting in there. Play someone with a shotgun close, you know?
So, Jay is in the attic. Digital has just come to rejoin his team. Hope's playing inside that small corner with the SMG. Digital is in the corridor with the shotgun. You can see him there.
No roamers.
Oh, no, he's moving it back.
Unless
no
you count
like
the attic.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Repositions this camera. Where are you going to move it to? He's going to bring it with himself. Takes out a couple of drones as the armory is currently swarming with blue silhouettes.
Camera feed up and running.
Nice camera on top of there. In comes Chinny. But then Digital now sits in this corner. This makes him a very tough nut to crack if they can't get Capitao in here. One 60-18 bolt will shake him out of that position, but Vandal is currently not in a spot where he can do that.
Yeah, so far we're seeing a pretty standard attack here. They're all addressing the armory side. They're probably going to try and get into the closet, or maybe not, who knows. And just could probably plant the bomb in the small bedroom.
So, grenade comes around the corridor. Take out a bunch of barbed wire and clean out the corridor a little bit more from Chinny. Downstairs, Neps is still at the front door, waiting for any kind of flank, waiting for anyone that might try and peek up that staircase and take his team from behind. Meanwhile, Titan picks up the first kill, and it is on to Jay. That Jaeger taken out in the attic through the window. Digital then a little bit too aggressive after that window gets opened up, and Vandal will punish him for it. This is not looking good now for the 3-sub defense. Switches over to the grenade to finish him off because it's safer and doesn't want to peek any longer than he has to. That will be an easy secure. His team can now start pressuring forward. Redeemer in the master bedroom will open up that attic. Titan not in the armory, interestingly enough, as Vandal gives himself an eye on the corner. Chinny's the man watching this angle through here as the master bedroom does blow open the corridor. Connector is being blown. Redeemer is still in the corridor, cautious about moving on in, but droning for safety. Blackbeard outside the A windows, keeping what kind of pressure he can on from behind, limiting the movement for the guys on 3-sub towards his team at the front end. But Carnage builds off a great shot onto the diffuser. The smokes are there, but then Carnage will get shot in the back by Blackbeard, but it doesn't take him down. They do lose one as Hopes tries to flank and go straight into Buck. The flash tap is killed off by Titans coming in. Carnage though now has a good angle on the corridor, but not good enough as he starts to reload just as Titan pushes on in. Neps will get the kill with the grenade, but then downstairs, Beastly's the last man standing. He's got to come up to exactly where this was. The diffuser is down. Neps is in the corridor holding very, very firm. There's one man in the walk-in wardrobe covering the diffuser, and Blackbeard to his left. Comes around the corner, easy kill for Titan, and that is a good round for SoaR.
That was an excellent attack. Pretty basic. Well, I mean, what you'd expect. They opened up the armory wall, they opened up the closet, and they just went for the plant. But what's interesting there to me is the positions that the defending team were playing. The reason it was so easy for them to take that site was, honestly, it was because Jaeger was playing in the attic, and Valkyrie was playing in that corner in the hallway, and they were in positions that, sure, they might be, they might throw off the enemy, they might waste a little bit of time, but you're gonna either die or trade there for yourself. But there's no teammates in position to set up a crossfire or to trade you out when you die. So they just got those 3-2 picks early on, and that allowed them to just kind of push into the site with not a lot of worry. They did lose 2 people on that aggress. So if they or if the defenders had 5 people at that point, they probably would have been able to hold that. Now, interesting, Capcan.
Yeah.
Which we haven't seen this match. We're seeing a Capcan and a Castle. I don't think I've seen both of them together in a while.
No, definitely not on this bomb side either.
Yeah.
This castle barricade on the A window is nothing too crazy surprising. It delays them by an extra 1.5 seconds maybe.
Yep.
Capcan traps, none of them have been placed yet. We'll see where Neps chooses to put it. Remember, there's 2 options for these. Near the objective, so when the last few second frantic pushes come in, you get a nice, quick, easy kill. Or, as he's doing here, spread out quite a long way from the objective, right out towards the spawn to slow down their initial pushes, or maybe get a lucky kill on someone not paying attention.
To be honest, I really don't like the Capcan traps that are just out there, because what is this? What are we playing right now? This is Pro League. Yeah. People aren't not paying attention. That doesn't happen. So, in my opinion, and it looks like Jaeger's gonna be roaming down there. If Jaeger's roaming down here, it makes sense. If he's roaming down here, it makes sense, because it applies pressure to the attacker in a way that it's just psychological, if not actual, like them tripping up while they're engaging someone and walking into them. But just having Capcan traps out in the middle of the map, just for no reason, they don't really do anything.
Carnage in the doorway, and to be fair, the way they're now playing here with these Capcan traps
sense.
surrounding them, they're using them as quote-unquote barricades, right? That you can't push them, you can't rush down and chase after a roamer here
because of the Capcan
without
trap.
running through the Capcan trap. So yeah,
and you can't shoot the Capcan trap because there's a roamer.
Yeah, so it should in theory work out for him that way, but we'll see how Neps and Chinny play around these 2 traps. They are currently surrounded on many different angles, reinforce their own way in. They are very much stuck within this kitchen until Neps tries to... Well, nothing. I was going to say C4 his way out, but then I realized he doesn't even have it. So they are very much stuck within this kitchen now, thanks to their own design.
The way I'm guessing they're trying to do this is they're trying to deny the grenades from underneath or just play for the retake, because they have some serious power down here waiting to be used. 2 players, a cap can, you know, that's a lot of armor. And there goes the castle.
Yeah, castle barricades on these windows are nice and easy. It'll be up and open. Grenades going on in. Digital doesn't touch a soul, but he does force a bit of movement within the site to behind the B bomb. Ready with the next grenade goes on over.
That one got him.
Does down the castle. Very nicely done. Jay confirms with his drone. Digital confirms with his own. Sprays through it for the C. An easy confirm. And that's 1 kill in the bag for 3-sub. Khan is now outside in the A windows, looking towards the corridor. Jay is now there to cover the cross as well. Digital's droning to confirm Titan is at the top of that staircase. And the asphyxiating bolts start to come out and lock him in from behind that bomb as well. Diffuser is on Beastly and is looking to go inside Kids. Neps downstairs, they picks up 1 kid on Carnage before Vandal will be traded out by Hopes. Outside the door, they're looking to peek, but Beastly gets on inside, and now suddenly enough, this is what we wanted to see earlier on. It's just the 2 roamers left alive. This is how you play against them on a lot of maps like this. You ignore them, because you can get on the sites without it. Digital's inside the dining room. Neps does flick around and get a good down on him. Runs over his own trap to make sure it's a kill, but now those traps are all suddenly useless. Neps has got to come up this back staircase. He doesn't have time to go up the front. 3-sub are going to know about it. He's either going to go in the mini tower or he's coming up this staircase. Hopes repositions and luckily gets away without being spotted too seriously. Takes a bit of a tag, but now has Neps in position. There's 3 men pinned on this corridor, on this door frame. He's got nowhere to go. And in a couple of seconds' time, that's what will happen.
You know, when we were talking, when we were casting EU Pro League earlier today, we talked about it a lot. It's the same thing you just mentioned, is a lot of the time, especially on sites like this, you can just not fight the roamers. But an EU Pro League, Xbox Pro League we saw earlier today, everyone always fought the roamers. They always hunted them down, and sometimes it even cost them rounds. Here you saw, like you said, a perfect example of just going straight for the site, ignoring the roamers, and playing it by the ear. I mean, and it makes sense. There's only 3 people on the site. And Capcan, he can't really rotate back that fast.
So, time now for a more standardized defense. 3-step going back down to the basement. And, well, they bring in that standard 5-man lineup that we've seen before.
Yeah, no, a lot of teams we've actually been seeing more Docks, I think, than Rooks. But, you know, honestly, I think it just comes down to preference. They both serve kind of the same purpose in a way. I think Rook is a little bit more, you know, self-serve, you know, do your own thing. But they both work, I guess, on defense. Basement, I would like to see both. If I were in their position, I would play both. I would probably, instead of playing a Pulse, I would opt to play a Rook and a Dock here.
Yeah, like having a Pulse on basements in some situations is nice, right? You can track their movements above you, you can really understand where people are coming from, but on this bomb site, there aren't exactly many options for them to go with. It's very easy to cover the few paths in.
In my opinion, the best way to play him on this bomb site is to play him in the laundry room, so to look for the plant. Because you can still catch him in that range, and it'll give you solid information. I've seen a lot of teams, a lot of defending teams, actually not know that they're planting on this particular site. So I think he would be best played in the laundry room. But again, it's kind of like a niche thing. It's kind of like, yeah, okay, that helps, but what about all that HP, though, that you get from Doc? Like, why not have that?
Running that double roamer setup again, 3-sub, leaving Jay on the top floor with Digital here watching the backside. He sees Neps coming up the back staircase. Thinks around with his shotgun in hand. Neps is going to throw a drone straight out, and it's a free kill for Digital. But meanwhile, Jay was taken out by Chinny in the front side, so it is a 1-for-1 trade. Jaeger for Capital, but to be fair, losing a Capital that early in the round on a basement attack is a big deal, actually.
Yeah, Jaeger's utility?
Yeah, Jaeger's system's already down.
He puts it down, yeah. And then he goes and roams. And then Capital, all of his utility is gone.
Yep.
2 grenades, 2 asphyxiating bolts, and 2 smokes.
All out of the picture, and Digital gets away scot-free as well afterwards. And now, not only is he out and safe, SoaR have to figure out where the hell he's hiding and find him.
He's wasted so much time.
So this is big for 3-sub, a far better trade in their favor. Redeemer's still watching that front edge. Titan now droning upstairs as well. Chinny's droning downstairs looking for him. They haven't found him yet. There we go. He just gets spotted out by a drone. Sprints across into dining room. But again, there's no one close for it. Vandal's coming in from the front edge and takes up more damage than he deals. Does keep Digital pinned now inside the kitchen, but they can't push on him. He's got a shotgun now, and they're going to have to surround him.
It looks like Digital's being pinned, but it's actually the opposite. Vandal is pinned. He's wasting all of their time.
Vandal does put it down. A Claymore. Chinny now at the back. Misses a lot of shots and 3-step. Digital gets the down, doesn't finish him off, but there we go. Beastly will now pick up the front finish off Chinny. Redeemer goes and finishes Beastly off, but now with only 2 defenders left alive. There are 3 attackers left on the board. Carnage looking to come close to the front edge, maybe rethinks it when he realizes the trapdoor's getting blown. Hopes is now thinking about the flank. Tougher to do than it was last time around though, as there's so few attackers left alive and so few defenders left alive to keep the attention on the front end of the site that he has already got shots rattling his way. 45 seconds on the clock, and Carnage is holding this tight angle. Still one looking at this back tower. Hopes is looking to go up through the top, through and over the attic. This might be his way down to that front staircase, but he's got to be fast. It's 35 seconds. Titan's on the stairwell, bashing the barbed wire, and Carnage is going to hear this. The smoke grenades are put off to try and delay the plant. Vandal spraying through the floor, and now Hopes is edging slowly further forward. He could get this timed right. It's going to be on Carnage's call. If Carnage calls them pushing down at the right moment, Hopes will be able to reveal himself. Here he comes. He's above Titan, but the hole's not big enough. He sees Vandal instead. Gets Vandal on the hole above the floor. Carnage is going to peek out from below, but he can't stop the plant. Redeemer's tucked in the corner. Titan sprints over. He tries to dodge around the gap, but he can't make it work. 10 seconds. Hopes is looking on the wrong side of the bomb site. The smoke is covering his own push down the stairs. The plant is down. He now has to kill 2 people from above this trapdoor. One of them is a Blackbeard. One of them is tucked in that corner, but he's just darked it away. He sees the feet, but isn't aware of it. Blackbeard has moved to the corridor, and that's helping him defend it. Redeemer tucked in. Redeemer gets the trade. Hopes cannot get the flank off. And
oh, man.
Whew, it is another win in the board for SoaR.
Hopes rather, he kind of shot himself in the foot there with that smoke. He actually denied his own flank. He probably would have been able to win that round if he had just been a little bit more aggressive, instead of trying to stall out the round with the defenders or the attackers who are in the site.
I don't know what ended up having smoke on the main entrance door side of that trapdoor. He was looking back at where.
Looking the wrong way. That's where your teammates play.
There's no way they could have got that far forward. There's no way they could have got that deep into the site. They had to be on that front edge. If he'd,
maybe some misinformation from his teammates?
Possibly, yeah, or at least misunderstood information.
Probably a panic call from somebody.
Yeah. Either way, the score is the same. It's 3 rounds to 2 in favor of SoaR. And to make it a little bit easier on them, they're onto defense of that very same bomb site themselves. We've had 2 very tight rounds now coming towards the end of that half. Whether it be a win for a defense or an attack, they've always come down to the wire the last couple of seconds, defuse the last couple of seconds of the plant. And I don't think this is going to be any different.
There's a rook and a duck. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that.
HP, HP, HP. And they aren't reinforcing the meeting hall walls, which leads me to believe that they'll be probably playing somebody in the meeting hall. But we'll see.
Yeah, leaving that one trapdoor unreinforced.
Maybe they're going to open it up. They're going to place someone in the meeting hall, try to keep control of above. They're reinforcing the door to lobby. I'm guessing they're probably going to have Jaeger stay up here. Oh, I like that barbed wire, too.
Normally we'll see them run 2 up here if they do this.
Yeah.
They'll run Jaeger and Pulse up on this floor.
Possible.
Looks like it is. You also say they haven't reinforced the top of this staircase. Look, they've just made shotgun holes. So whoever's blending in there is looking to fire down through it.
That's nice.
If they can make it work. Chinny is staying up there at the moment alone. Pulse is in the attic above him.
I really like what they're doing here. They're playing 3 levels right on top of each other.
And notice how Titan can stay very aggressively up these back staircase to help out as well. Like he's making a kill hole there in the back edge.
Yeah, know what else he can do? He can go through that kill hole and he can shoot onto people aggressing onto the stairs. I like that angle. I haven't seen that before, ever.
Okay, 2 people now in this top attic. On the other side of the wall is Digital. He does back away though as he realizes that that is a completely reinforced attic wall and now understands there must be someone on the inside of it. The other option here though, because of these players upstairs, could they rush down the front site? That's the option that they're going to be looking at. It's a risky play, it's a very aggressive play. 3-Sup are thinking about it. They're already on the front edge, they're already starting to make some holes and to Thatcher the charge in the lobby.
You know what I'm a little worried about? I'm a little worried that the attackers are going to be a little bewildered here and waste too much time. We are almost close to half of the round being gone, and they haven't even gotten in the site.
Chinny starts to spray in towards those kill holes they made at the top of the staircase. Then goes back into hiding as the drones start to make their way inside. Vandal is upstairs, still just doing what he can with his heartbeat sensor, checking forward, tracking a couple of movements. He's got eyes on what we know to be Ash and Thatcher. He obviously doesn't know what their operators are, but can call out the numbers. They've already got the trapdoor open though. The smokes are coming down. The Ash charges have already gone in, destroyed a lot of barbed wire. Nebs is on that smoke. It's going to come down to him to really stop this push if they try and rush it down. Bearing in mind the movement is already coming from the guys at the back. He just looks away from the front edge as they start to dart in and around. Chinny spraying over the back edge. He's also got teammates here with him. Pulse is starting to push down from the attic and is toying with the idea of coming out. Beasley picks up the first kill though. It's onto Neps downstairs. That's the smoke gone. That's big. Vandal now has to push in some pressure on. Digital's picked up Titan as well. And the defense is falling apart. The plant is down. Beasley there inside the site. Vandal cannot get out there without being shot from multiple angles. Chinny now stuck upstairs at the kitchen. Redeemer is downstairs. And there's already a man still prone on the diffuser. Vandal's got down through the drop door and is now cautious of what's up and above. Carnage goes down to Chinny from behind, but Chinny's taken a lot of damage for it. Hopes through the hole in the floor, takes out one kill onto Vandal after he takes out Beasley, and Redeemer is the last man standing. He's Doc, he's on the diffuser, but right next to it, there's a Hopes. And Jay credited with the last kill, but Ash on that staircase has got the job done.
I really like what I was seeing on defense from SoaR. I like the idea, that plan, it had thought put behind it, but well, first of all, the attackers, all they had to do to negate it really was open up the drop, throw down smokes. And then what are you going to do? How are you going to stop my plant? They had too many people invested at other points of the map, and it was pretty cut and dry for them. And this is what we're coming back to, ignoring the roamers. Sometimes on certain maps, especially in that situation, you can totally just ignore the roamers. There's no reason not to. And they saw the angle open up onto the stairs, so what did they do? Well, they didn't use the stairs. They threw down their smokes, and they just fell through the drop.
So, 3 rounds to 3, and they're back on level footing.
Yeah.
Time now for the defense of the basement once more by 3-sub. Can they level this out a bit better? They're still running exactly the same operators. They're not looking to change anything of that. Maybe we'll see if they change their placements for it last time. Saw a nice attempt at something slightly different on the defense from SoaR, but it didn't quite work out for them. Yeah,
it was a good thought though. You know, something to experiment with. But
I think as we say, everyone is trying something a little bit different with Oregon. It was very stale in the earlier days of Season 1, but it's starting to shake it up a little bit with new operators and just time, just people trying different things out.
Yeah. I think they just needed to apply a little bit more pressure to lobby. Maybe instead of fully reinforcing that attic, leaving it open, playing a castle. I've seen this before. Playing a castle, reinforcing the door to the right of the top of attic, and then opening up the floor so you can deny the drop as well. So then you have they have the stairs denied and the drop denied.
I want to find someone on cameras because he threw a camera out of the front again. I don't know if it's still alive or not. It does appear to have been killed off this time. Yeah, this time they found it right out the front door. They are still droning. They're checking out the rest of the map, making sure everything is clear. Chinny running over the roof to come into the A site. Redeemer checking armory, just making sure every little nook and cranny is empty. This is the most roamy of roamers we've got so far for 3-sub defense. It's Jay, he's on the back tower. He can go up into the attic, he can have a peek outside, which he is thinking about doing. Sprays into the window, gives his position away. Was close to getting that Capital, or getting Chinny as it was. Sorry, Sledge running through there. But he's now in a dangerous position because of it. Vandal's still out on the spawn. Chinny thinking about
really dangerous.
Window. He's been droned, he's given his position away with some shots, does it again a little way, and he's just playing with fire by staying in here. But as we talked about so many times so far today, delaying and taking up time has been invaluable to a lot of these Xbox squads, and if he can do some of that while making this noise, it might be worth it.
I mean, we're almost to half round points, so... But it doesn't seem like he's been the reason why. They're almost ignoring him. I think it's just the attacks going on slow.
Pushing the front 10, they're just focusing his front edge completely, not worrying too much or giving a damn about him at all.
He really wants them to.
Yeah, he does spray through that front edge. It's getting close, it's scaring them a little way, but nothing serious, and every time he looks back, they're just not pushing him. They don't need to, they know it. They are going to continue droning and looking down this front edge now. She takes down the front corner, Digital checking the cameras on the inside. Where is this drone in black and white?
This is almost the exact opposite of the defense round we just saw. You have 4 of the defenders waiting to deny the plant, and it's Let's see if it works.
Grenade down, asphyxiating bolt down as well. They have it out. This is the power of Capitao here. He can now help cover off the corridor. The diffuser does get dropped thanks to a great C4. Big out from Digital, and he gets away with it despite the fire being there in front of him. That's the diffuser finished off. Redeemer finished as he dropped down there and in the corner in trouble. Hopes with the kill. Valkyrie gets away. Smoke is also now very low. Jay is still on that top floor and 35 seconds on the clock. We're going to follow on board with Blackbeard, now the man with the diffuser. He's not got it for very long as Beastie's second C4 comes out and gets the job done. Down the stairs comes Neps. Hopes has been downed and is being revived now in that back corridor. Beastie's just spraying onto the stairwell. Upstairs, Jay has been down, so there's a small win for the defending team, no, the attacking team. But it's not enough. Neps gets down as he tries to peek the corridor. Carnage gets credited with the kill. The guys upstairs couldn't finish him. Now they're looking to come down the staircase. Chinny coming behind. More smoke grenades coming out. Only 10 seconds on the clock. They've lost one more attacker. Carnage in the corridor. Chinny's got 5 seconds. He's running out of ideas. He's running out of time. And SoaR will go down 4 rounds to 3.
Yeah, unfortunately for the attackers there, it looked like they had everything in the bag. They were playing it the right way. They took it nice and slow. They had enough time to get the attack down. I don't think they put down smokes when they went in for their aggression. So it allowed the defenders to fight tooth and nail, and there were 4 of them there. So they just traded it out until they ended up winning the engagement out.
3 sub then back onto the attack now with the lead to play with. SoaR, I was going to say it, they pulled it out in the first round. It caught 3 sub completely by surprise as it almost felt like, and we didn't touch on this too much, but it almost felt like they just didn't realize the bomb site was in.
I think that might have been it.
The way they broke that trapdoor in lobby, the way they focused a lot down that trapdoor lobby.
I mean, but how do you guess?
There was a rumor down there, yes, but it all seemed misplaced for, you know, where the bomb site was. And yeah, it's very rare that you'd guess it'd be in the back tower.
Yeah.
Now, however, they're not going to make that same mistake. Maybe they'll get that extra 5 seconds they needed.
No, I'm guessing what's probably going to happen here is instead of trying to clear the entire building like they did last time, they're going to actually try to just address the tower as it is and push into the site and get the bomb plant. I mean, it honestly isn't very difficult. There's so many opportunities here for the attackers.
10 seconds remaining.
Swarming the map as well, once again. Castling a couple of the windows upstairs in the top floor and sitting out and around. Chinny starting to move through the bomb site, getting further forward. Chances past the front door. It was open, there was a man out there. I don't know if he got spotted or not, but they're going to have to try and find him now.
I don't think he knows he's running straight into the attackers, but it looks like they're going to ignore him.
They're going up to the top floor. I don't think he's been droned to come up this yet.
This might be a very successful roam if they don't drone this out.
Sledge has cracked open the window. Looked like he had, but he's heading towards A now. It's going to be a very slow and late reinforce.
Yeah, it looks like the drones are cutting away from him.
The drones are ignoring this little tower. He might have just made this work. He might have snuck past it.
Perfect timing.
Meanwhile, up here with him, Titan is there. Oh, but he's losing Pulse at the same time. Digital picking up that kill in the top floor. They are going to be more confident having taken out that one rover as they now head towards the back tower angle. Chinny still unmoving. Titan in the meeting hall has a drop down to the basement to get away if he needs it, but he is here and cautious. Heads back towards the tower instead. Redeemer and Vandal are both on the very top floor of the tower, looking to hold the push that way. Chinny's still unmoving. As Titan is holding firm. He's got that angle on the back door. He's got the meeting room covered. The attackers are still slow and still cautious, but Hopes is starting to make holes. Reinforcing.
I'm surprised that's not reinforced.
Yeah.
What is this?
Defending the tower and no reinforcements on the attic wall. That is a weird one.
They didn't open it. They didn't reinforce it. They aren't trying to hold it. I'm confused.
Titan comes up the back staircase tasting the drone. Drone finds his teammate. Valkyrie's in there on the right-hand side with a shotgun. Maybe that's the play. Maybe they wanted to bait them through here into the shotgun. But it's been droned and they're going to know about it, and Hopes is now just sitting there waiting for the angle. Meanwhile, I'm going to check. Chinny is starting to finally move around here. It's a minute 20. Jay moving through meeting hall. Digital is going to come out across the edge of the attic. Hope is still holding and pinning this Valkyrie in that corner. Carnage going around towards construction. They got a minute 9 this time. There's plenty more time. Grenades are coming in. Digital is looking to rappel up and over. He can hammer open those windows. Hopes, well, he's droning for himself a little bit. Chinny has finally made himself aware. Chinny takes down Beastly from behind. Ash is lucky that she's prone in there because Chinny is now in the armory right behind him. Hopes, I don't think, realizes that. Now gets the call out, turns around right in the right moment, does tag him very low, but neither of them get a kill on the other. Cautious of what's coming the other way as he's still not sure what Valkyrie's doing. Carnage has picked up 1 kill onto Rook downstairs, but they're trying to pressure onto this Valkyrie, and Digital gets him from the window. Still behind though, Jaeger has finally moved on. The diffuser can be picked up. Chinny's gone down to the basement. Redeemer now alone in the tower with 30 seconds to hold it. Digital repels up to one window, doesn't get seen, and this picked off from below. Hopes with a very aggressive push in means Chinny now has 4 people to find. They definitely found their flow a bit better. He thinks the plant's going down in here, but it's right up top. He sees Jay, and it's a good kill on that one, but the diffuser is down. Hopes goes back into the corner. Digital's outside on the window. They have now got a crossfire on the top of this staircase. Down from the meeting hall is Carnage. Chinny finds him, but cannot get the shots on target. And Carnage, credited with the last kill of the round, keeps 3Sup in it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, honestly. What do we see from SoaR so far in this match? We saw them defend tower twice, and I think, okay, so they won it the first time, but how did they win it? Just by the time. They got incredibly lucky, just barely slipping by on that defense. I'm not sure if they didn't notice that or something.
Yeah, I think they were more confident in that back tower than they thought. I think it
Yeah.
went far better than they expected it
They
to.
really shouldn't have won the first defense. I don't know why they planned on winning the second one. It is interesting that they threw that in there as a mix-up, but that's what I thought it was, a mix-up,
Yeah.
not okay, we're going to defend tower twice. I think it
They
would have
clearly
been...
had like one strategy that works on their map.
Yeah.
They've tried it in a few scrims. It's worked against whoever they're scrimming against, and they thought, that's our trump card. We'll bring that out, and they won't know what to do with it. But you see,
It's so easy to counter that you don't even need to counter strat it. You
Yeah.
can kind of just play into the site itself.
We'll talk over it a bit more. We got
Yeah,
some highlights
get
of
some
that
highlights.
game to run up. A couple of very nice shots, a couple of fun moments from the squads. But yeah, as you say, it worked the first time more by luck than judgment. They thought they could get away with making it work a second time over. Chinny did have a very patient, good job just staying safe as a
Yes.
rimmer. But once he got that one kill on his way back, he couldn't be more of an impact after that.
You know, in the end there, I think he got a little too patient. He had the pincer on Ash. There was no reason for him to take away from that. He could have easily killed her and balanced it out.
There's a couple of nice moments, Titan getting good control over this back area in the A site, and again, that's the second time we saw them come up. This was a nice attack from 3Sup on the kids' bedroom. They did single them out. They did find out the positions of everyone upstairs, and there were these 2 rimmers downstairs. We had
Yeah.
Jaeger and Capcan down there, and they just went, all right, we'll just straight up ignore you and just go in through the windows and go in above you before you can get up here. And they worked out.
And sometimes you can't ignore a Jaeger because he's a 3-speed. He can rotate into you, but you can easily ignore a Capcan who's off site. Like, he's not going to be rotating into your attack. It's going to take him too long.
Yeah, a couple of last shots there from the last round by Chinny, but either way, it wasn't enough. We are now, of course, looking to move on over to our second map, but we've got to wait for the players to somehow rejoin the lobby. I don't know why anyone left it, but we'll give them a minute or two for that while they reshift sides and rejoin. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. We're just going to run to a short commercial break while they get back in here, and when we come back, we'll have the second map here. Remember, 3Sup need as many points as possible coming out of this. They were looking for one of those top 2 places in towards the playoffs. SoaR have a much tougher run, and well, having already lost 1 map here, that might be a hell of a lot harder for them.
It might have cut it out for
Never
him.
mind, I say that. They're all back in the lobby, so
no break.
let's head on over to the next map, which is Bank.
Yes,
SoaR
It
all
is
on
Bank.
defense, 3Sup all on attack. We're on Bank, double, triple checking it.
it is big.
Let's get another game underway. So, Bank, not a popular one.
Not super popular, but I think we've been seeing a lot more often lately. I'm not sure what's happening. It's almost as if people are banning themselves into a corner, or maybe this is what people want to play now? I'm not sure. You know, sometimes it's hard to distinguish between people counter-banning into something they don't want to play and people banning into something they actually want to play. I think in this case, it is counter-banning into something they don't necessarily want to play. Trying kind of a mix-up map, you know? So it's like favelas. You don't necessarily know who's going to win favelas. And that's why people will bring you to favelas, is because they aren't necessarily confident they're going to be able to beat you on it. When it comes to Bank, I think it's sort of the same thing. I don't know. I'm interested to see how this plays out.
So, 3Sup's attack setup. Capitao, Ash, Sledge, Thermite, Blackbeard. Nothing too crazy, nothing too surprising.
Yep.
They know they're attacking the basement. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Buck come out when we get to the upper stairs bomb sites.
Oh, definitely.
But for down here, this is a very solid crew. Down for the defenders sitting in the basement, well, we're looking at that Dock and Rook setup, like you mentioned and asked for
HP,
before.
HP.
We're also looking at a mute port in here.
Mute is kind of interesting. You know, it makes a lot of sense, to be completely honest. You can easily deny a whole lot of information with because you're dealing with very tight angles. Not a whole lot of drone holes, especially on that server side. Think about it. Where are you getting drones in through the server side? You're getting it through the door, and that's pretty much your only option. If you put enough mutes in that sort of vicinity, you can deny people information like, okay, is anyone playing behind the desk? Well, that's really important information to deny for the attackers. Also, it might be possible. No,
5 seconds to
no,
go.
that wouldn't be possible.
Go on. Keep
Well,
going.
I was thinking maybe it'd be possible to get some of the drops, but I don't think there's any elevated surfaces to put a mute on that would actually get any of the drops. So.
No, nothing quite. I think you
Yeah.
might if you. not quite.
Well, wait, maybe that.
Maybe this back corner might be able to just about.
That's
touch
something
it.
to
Not
experiment
seen
with.
anyone try it, but yeah, if you can get a mute jammer right on the corner of this desk, you might just hit this one.
Yeah, maybe.
But we'll see. Either way, the attacking teams are coming in already. I expect to see this map play a little bit faster in the earlier rounds than normal, just because everyone is so practiced on it, so well played on it, and
Yeah.
it's very rare to find anyone upstairs.
Yeah, no, roaming upstairs is a dangerous game. It can work for you, but it can also work against you in that you can be so far away from the action when the shooting starts that you can't actually help your team at all.
Yeah, Hopes comes in. He's already during the area, so he knows clear of players, but now he's just checking for the various different foul cams that are there. They're already swarming the floor, and he's able less than 50 seconds on the clock. They're inside, so they're over the trapdoors, and they're getting ready to go for their bomb side pressure. Thermite charge is already going off. Hope's looking to pressure on down. A couple of drones leading up while Jay watches the back staircase. Hope's watching the front staircase. You see Blackbeard solely waiting out here in the sewer tunnel for the call to go and push and
Very
make his
patient.
way in.
Hasn't put a shield on yet, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Or maybe it got broken? No.
No, he hasn't peeked at all. He's literally just dropped down there and done nothing else.
Half the round's gone, and he is, well, he's taking it slow. That's all there is to it.
Digital. Lucky to have his head on his shoulders at the moment.
He's
He sees
really-
these shots rattling up above him. Who was it? Nips back to
It was, I think it was an
There we go.
MP5.
Yep.
Yeah.
Titan, I didn't hear it. Titan and Doc.
Putting a lot of chips into the server there with pretty much the majority of the HP on your team. And HP, unfortunately, doesn't matter when you have headshots.
No, nice shot from Digital. The pre-fire around the corner from Redeemer didn't do him the favors he wanted it to. Now grenades coming in towards Titan, but they will get trophy systemed out. But he is now solo pinned behind this back cabinet. Trophy systems still have 2 charges,
Dude.
Digital.
I'm
okay
well, I
once-
guess it's first it's Jay, yeah.
Yeah, okay. But there we go.
It worked
Jay
out.
will get the second one. Titan does go down, so they make it count. They are confident that he's definitely down to make his way around the corner. Titan finished off. And suddenly there are only 3 defenders left alive. Now one of them is Smoke. So with all of these people pushing in from the backside, pushing in from servers, he can hold them out there for a little while on his own.
Well, I think he can actually hold up the majority of the
In fact,
rest
yeah,
of
there's
this
only
round.
30 seconds of the round left. He could
He's got 2
definitely lock
smokes.
them out for quite a while. There is, however, a man up and above the trapdoor. That is Hope. Another smoke charge goes out. Hope is looking about it. He's just going to drop down through, get straight into red. Looks towards Chinny, misses those shots. He's turned his back on the smoke and will pay his price for it. Nebs gets the kill, but it has taken his eyes off of the plant for a while. That's allowed Capital to come in inside, but he'll get the down on there. Chinny gets 1 as well, but then the 3-sub push in gets Beastly the kill onto Nebs. Chinny in the corridor. The
You saw
plant
his
is going to
foot.
go down. 4 seconds. Chinny, though, pinned in the corner, is going to go and hold out on the Hope. Going to go and revive his teammate, but on his way there, it's picked off by Blackbeard through from the bomb site. It's a little bit sloppy and messy right down to the wire again, but 3-sub, get the win they need.
Yeah, that was a really weird round. The defenders basically had it in the bag, and then the attackers, they threw themselves in. They ignored the smoke. 2 people got picked off because they were ignoring smoke. But then I guess what happened is the defenders just won the engagements. So you see strat-based rounds where the team that has the better strat wins. That was pretty much the opposite. There was just a bunch of engagements after engagements after engagements, and yeah, that's all it was to it. It was extremely sloppy, as you said.
So, down onto defense themselves, go 3-sub into that basement. Bringing themselves Pulse instead of Doc to the table. Running the same 5 they love to set up all day long. As for the attacking team, well, they're running an identical lineup to what 3-sub just used against them on attack. It is a very, very strong combination. It has everything you could possibly want or need to attack
Oh,
a
yeah.
basement like this. They just got to make sure they use it properly. So, as they head on upstairs, we're looking to get all those reinforcements done, get all the trapdoors done, and if you're lucky, find a couple of drones or 2 and take them out on your way. But, yeah, it's a small little win before heading on downstairs.
This is interesting what we're seeing from Jay, reinforcing that drop down on the server. I don't see much benefit to that, to be honest. It's not really giving the attackers anything they don't already have if you're defending server, because where are you defending it from? Behind the server. You can't see them from up there. Whereas once they have server, and most of the time the attackers will take server, once they have it, you as a defender then can flank using that drop down very efficiently. I haven't seen a lot of teams utilize it in that way, but it is extremely useful when you do.
Yeah. So, down down into the basement everyone goes. Digital and Jay will both be playing inside the server room. Beastly playing right inside Vault, looking at this front edge. Carnage runs up in from Garage at the last second, and hopes, of course, in this corridor is that Smoker. We're looking for him to hold the A-bomb side door as when he is taken. Interesting to note that this wall isn't reinforced at all. They are really putting a lot of hope in Jay and Digital to hold this server.
To be completely honest, you don't necessarily need to. Things like C4 or even shooting the attackers through the wall. It can actually be really useful as a defender. Most of the time, people reinforce it to force Thermite into opening it, but
yeah, but now he can Thermite both
he can Thermite both the drops. That's the
strong,
only that's the drawback I can see here.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's...
So where have they reinforced instead, right? We've got...
What is that wall for?
We've got 2 here, we've got 2 here, we've got 1 here. That's 3. This is then 6 onto this wall. It's only one side of it.
Do we have any roamers?
No, they're all downstairs.
Are you sure?
They only use 6 reinforcements. Where are your other reinforcements? Why have you not done these
Yeah,
walls?
no, I only see 4 people downstairs, though. Where's the 5th?
They're all downstairs according to the... oh, he's up on a desk or something.
Yeah, must be.
Because they're all there on the mark.
Oh, okay, he was in the garage.
There you
Yeah.
go. So yeah, like they're all down there. They've only used 6 reinforcements that I can see. Oh no, there's 1 more here. That's 7.
But they're not going for the drops, or they haven't got them yet. So
they've got the 1 here in server, so that's 1 wasted in many ways. And they've opened this up for free. they can now breach this wall completely open. There's no reinforcement, and now Thermite can go back upstairs and breach the site above A as well.
But will he though? Let's see.
I see no reason why not.
Well,
so
of course not.
You've got a minute, you've got time. You know, it's safe up there. You can just go up there in many ways alone. But hey, we'll find if it works, because 3 top are swarming around the A site now. There's 4 players watching towards this window. It's 4 players looking towards this angle, and Jay is pinned in a very small spot. Hope's already being sprayed through, and note how they also didn't reinforce the other side there. So
looks like he's going for the drops, though.
Yeah, not only can they plant, they can spray into this corridor with ease.
Yeah.
There's Thermite. He's on the drop.
Yep.
It's only 40 seconds, yes, but now
Maybe
he's done...
it was a mistake.
He shouldn't have taken the diffuser. He could now stay up there and be the gun that's up there.
Yeah.
Now he has to run back down. So yeah, they're opening up, but there's nobody up there. There's no threat up there anymore.
It kind of seems like SoaR got caught off guard a little bit there by them not reinforcing those walls. It wasted all of their time, pretty much.
Basically, down to 25 seconds. There's a lot of low health on the 3 sub defenders, though. Digital is now starting to flank up. Ash has gone up there, so there we go. She is the gun that's needed. Can't look at that at all. Titan picks up a kill onto Hope's inside. Jay has also been down. Redeemer's going to come in and look to be the planter. Or not. All right. Just Suicide throws the diffuser away. 3 sub pick up 3 kills quickly. Neps and Van will pick up 2 each. Carnage now the last man standing. He's got 2 to find. One of them's Blackbeard. 2 seconds on the plant. He stops the Ash. All he's got to do is stop the plant. He needs to go in and find it. It's on the plant. 7 seconds. That's not enough time. He gets away with it. 3 sub gifted around.
Yeah. It looks like, okay. It looks like they just got completely caught off guard by those walls being open. I mean, how can you expect? It's the same as a tower defense. How do you expect that? And it did the same exact thing. It wasted all of their time. Thermite went upstairs. Like you said, if he had dropped the bomb for his teammates, one got the drop down and just played the drop down, they would have probably just flat out won that round.
He and Ash were up there. Ash could have pushed the staircase, or at least cover the staircase. He would be the gun up the top. They were peppering everyone on the front end. Don't know why. There's 2 diffuser icons on the screen.
Apparently there's 2 diffusers now.
But even more so, I don't understand why, when he did get banged downstairs, when he was the planter, why did he try and sprint across the entire bomb site to plant on that desk? Why not just plant right in that doorway hole like everybody else ever?
And you know, he wasn't even trying. It looked kind of like he was trying to get into position to fight the enemy because there wasn't a whole lot of time left, but he wasn't even looking at them. He was looking at the wall. So I'm not really sure what the plan was there. And again, like you said, they just planted the wall. Just planted the wall. You're not exposed at all. Like, you've got teammates aggressing in there. It's just...
Even if you planted on that desk, it's very hard for them to defuse having seen. That's very nice. You didn't have the time. Really?
I don't understand.
You don't have that kind of luxury at that point.
It really seemed... I honestly, like I said, I think it just SoaR got caught off guard. They weren't really sure what was going on. That's what it looked like to me.
There's a lot of confusion. Neps now still running around in the lobby here as they're trying to defend the basement again.
Will they be able to win the basement defense? And why is Pulse going upstairs?
I mean, they lost their first defense, so they're trying to do it again. He's trying something different. He's trying to be Falco.
Oh, look at this.
I mean, on the top floor with
Falco is super impactful in almost every defense round, especially doing what he does. But being Falco, playing Falco, doing what he does, that's a challenge. And look, there's a drone.
There we go. Droned out, found quickly. The only plus side I can see to Neps being here is that this is a huge site. a lot of space. Very easy for him to just run around and waste time. But he's already being pinned in from different angles. He's now lost his C4 to a trapdoor, which he cannot even use because he was droned around it. They know that he's going to try and drop through that at some point.
They're
There's
not
a man
giving up
coming
on him.
upstairs. There's a man rappelling in the lobby. There's a man coming behind him in CEO's office. Jay's that way. Here comes Hope's inside. And free kill. There we go. 2 minutes 10 on the clock. Same time as it was that took them to get inside last time.
Yeah.
They can go straight now down to open office. They can straight start thermiting. They can go to the bomb site. No change from round number 1.
Yeah, didn't
And
do
now
anything.
that you're 4v5 instead.
Yeah, that was a waste of C4, to be honest. You could have utilized that easily to hold the site when they push into server. That could save you like 30 whole seconds downstairs, but it ended up doing nothing upstairs.
Ah, dear. Well, the thermite charges start to go off. Beastly started to crack that site open up. Finds out some Valk cameras. Hope's going to drone down there for him. Beastly. Not sure what the plan on that Claymore is, but hey ho, he's going up and all the way over the top.
Bomb has been located.
They've got a Claymore at the normal door. They've got a Claymore at the top floor, so now he can come down towards server. Don't know. Okay. he's not
What
doing
is
that one.
this? They already got one of the drops, and now they're getting... Okay. I'm grateful.
Yeah, cancel that one. You don't need to do that one. You just take control of server. But that is going horribly wrong as Redeemer picks up 2 kills. So the hold from before is far better. Redeemer did not get grenaded out this time. They did not lose their dock. They did not lose their rook. And now he's pre-firing the door and hiding on in again. Double trophy systems behind this edge.
Wow.
That's what's made it happen. That's how it's worked. The flashbangs are coming in, but they are also being taken away. Hopes is still droning it. He's still got eyes on. Still pre-firing the door, and well, Blackbeard's pushed in behind him, does take him down, but will be finished off quickly and easily by Beastly. 45 seconds though, and there's not much time left. It is back to a 3v3 thanks to getting the kill he did onto Capital. Hopes though up and above, starts to lob a couple of smoke grenades into the corridor, in towards the red, and stop the plants. Breach charge on one end, but Titan already gets the kill he needs onto the planter. That's the diffuser stopped. Sprints on in, there's a man in garage, and it's a good and easy kill. Carnage will get 1, but now he's alone against 2. He's got 20 seconds, he's got the diffuser. He's looking towards the red corridor, he's unsure of where anyone is. He's going to creep his way in, but the garage is there. He hasn't got time to go all the way around towards the A site. Or B site, he now realizes this. He's going to try and push them. He knows one's inside, he knows one's inside B. He peeks around the corner into a shotgun, and while he gets the down, he can't get the kill, and okay, SoaR get around, but I don't know why he didn't just go for the plant, to be fair.
Well, he wouldn't have been able to get the plant, in my opinion. I think Jaeger probably would have caught him anyway, but I don't think he would have had much... Either way, he was kind of SOL. There wasn't a lot of chances he had to win that round by himself. If he had one teammate... That's the thing. He did have one teammate just a little bit prior, and where were the defenders? They were all the way back there. They could have easily just...
Yeah. If Ash
One
hadn't dropped
cover.
through the trapdoor,
Yeah.
Ash was looking at the
Just
2
stay up
spots
there.
that he could have hid behind the bomb itself.
Yeah.
And planted, and those 2 wouldn't be able to see it. Ash would have seen them pushing on in, but
She was
dropped.
laying down smokes, and two of their teammates on attack, I think it was Thermite and her, they just went in and got themselves killed.
Thermite was the planter, right? So Thermite went and
Oh,
got
yeah,
killed.
yeah, yeah,
Titan
yeah.
killed Thermite while he was planting, but then Blackbeard traded to back that rook. So then the other 2 defenders were on the other side of the smokes that Ash had planted, and then Ash tries to push through her own smokes.
Yeah, I'm... All she needed to do, stay up there,
Yeah.
watch Blackbeard plant, win the round.
Yeah.
But now, finally, we get to see a defense on tellers. Something other than basement.
Yes, which we'll see if it has a bit more
Well, there's flexibility to it, I guess.
flexible. I was just going to say order to it, because the previous few rounds have just been chaos.
Yeah, well, okay, well, no, technically the basement's supposed to have order. That's supposed to be the
I know,
site
but
you
they've
go
been
into.
chaos.
And they have been. It's crazy. It's really not what you expect to see from a defense on basement.
Attackers are heading out.
I want to know what's going to happen on tellers. Is it going to be more chaotic, or is it going to be more, like you said, or have more order?
So right now we do have Jaeger downstairs in the garage
What is
playing
this?
aggressively on the ramp. Might be looking to get for that sprint outside on someone that's possibly rappelling on the walls
You
here.
know, it's kind of clever.
It is.
There are going to be people repelling on that
For
wall.
the sprint? No, there's not.
Oh, okay.
There is a man at the top of the ramp looking for him, though, and he takes a lot of damage for his trouble, doesn't get any kind of return. So, smaller regrets, but it's a nice idea. I do like it.
It would have been really clever if they had somebody just sit in tellers, maybe a 3-armor, sit in tellers, wait to get shot from the windows, and then call for him to push out.
Yeah.
That random kind of push out, that's not going to work. Or it will, but, you know, only if you're lucky.
Yeah. real lucky. As it is, the rest of the team playing very static inside, and here we go. We talked about how we were going upstairs, we'd see a buck, and we do.
Yep.
Replacing the Capital with it, though, I'm not sure I like.
Yeah, probably could have replaced Sledge.
Yeah, Capital still has stupid strong utility.
Yeah.
Again, when attacking top-down, even more so, perhaps.
Yeah, and I wonder where this buck's gonna go. Maybe upstairs? Open up the entire site? Yeah, probably. And I wonder if we're gonna see Sledge trying to try and help him out too with that.
Yeah, it is a little bit harder for
They're
Sledge
taking,
to
yeah, it is harder with
make
Sledge.
it work.
They're
but it's-
taking an awful lot of time though. We're already at the halfway mark here, and they haven't gotten their buck upstairs.
Thermite wants to go across. Titan is making it tough for him. He's going to get up to this wall. Stage C4's been thrown up by Mute. Grenade's going in the other way. Thermite unsure if he wants to go for the wall blow yet. Just blow it open. Like, there's no risk to it. You get another angle in. Your Blackbeard's already looking at that spot. He can have sightlines in the site now. Just crack the wall. Okay, so you just literally look behind it to see if there's battery or anything in there. Rook has been downed inside the site and is being revived up now by Pulse. He then has a dock somewhere nearby that should be able to get him back up to 90 health. There you go, doesn't have the same luxuries, and up and above, that man is waiting for him. Redeemer actually peeks in the doorway and picks him up, but then we finish himself. He has already thermited the wall open though, but Beastly is credited with that kill. He's very low himself afterwards, but now got to be very cautious. Digital looking up through the floor, finds one. Vandal though gets credited with a kill onto Jay, down again, through from the top down. Digital very, very low. Hopes is looking for a flank now, looking to come up from behind, but it's a very slow-moving dock, and Digital's been downed inside the site. Beastly is alone. He takes out Titan, that's the Blackbeard gone, but he can't do anything to help his Valkyrie. Ash is coming behind and gets the kill on him. Now he's going to push in from Tellers. The floor above, Beastly is opening up more. Pushes out front, he sees the top of Sledge's head, but he can't land the shot. The grenade is going to physically bounce into him before blowing up. Neps is the one with the kill, but Hopes is on the top floor, back down into the site. He didn't even get to do his flank properly. He can't get the kill onto Ash, will not be able to redeem himself. And a sloppy defense from Threesup is punished by a controlled attack from SoaR.
Wow, that was something to watch. Did we just see a Pulse get downed by being hit by a grenade?
I think he was shot in the back to down him. Neps being the one with the kill was above him was Buck.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Yeah, like the grenade still hit him in the face. It would have done those 5 damage, and
Okay, so from SoaR, we saw that on that attack, they started in the lobby, they pushed upstairs, and obviously they took their time about it, but they did get it done. Once they had upstairs, they got those picks down, and then they kind of just encompassed the site. They had the man advantage, and they started coming in from all angles. Threesup was a little bit too spread out there with the dock being way out there. So it ended up just going, it went in SoaR's favor. There wasn't enough people defending the site in the end. And I was surprised. Doc not defending the site? Like, that's about the last person you would expect.
Doc is the fastest flanker in the game.
The best roamer.
Brilliant.
You know what?
I mean, like, I don't mind a Doc like Rumor, right? If you start the round up somewhere,
He kind of makes. You can make him work.
Yeah, if you've got a lot of like very easy rotate holes, he doesn't have to go too far to change position. Then yeah, the 3 armor means he can take a lot of punishment. He can heal himself up when he's doing so. As long as he's got the rotate, that's fine. But to be the reactionary late game, they're already pushing, they're already pressuring Vermin. You're too slow, and he was trying to walk to be sneaky to make it even slower.
I think you're confusing Pulse with Doc there, friends.
Yeah,
Because they had a Pulse.
Yeah, that would have been a great shot for Pulse to do, but he was the one in the A site taking fire from all sides and from above, where a Doc
he did a good
really
job too.
happy to sit in there, take that punishment, and heal himself.
He did a great job up until he didn't have enough HP, and of course he did whiff that shot onto Sledge, but he didn't have enough HP to trade back with the enemies. So I mean, that's what would be better there?
A 3 armor that can heal
himself?
I wonder if we have one of those in the game. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, 3 players staying in the site. Chinny is coming upstairs, and downstairs is the Pulse. Let's see what he can play with. Let's ride on board with Chinny for a little bit. This is the very mobile 3-speed armor operator that we do like to run around up here. And yeah, if he can deny upstairs for even a minute and a half, 2 minutes, that would be good for SoaR. We already saw the kind of damage that someone can do from this top floor. There's not a buck on this attacking team, but Sledge can still make plenty of holes. Capital could grenade them holes if he wants to. Not ideal, but it's still a hole from above, and they can still make it work. Chinny, though, immediately abandons his post after a couple of windows are broken open and goes straight down to the basement to join Vandal.
You know, we've seen a couple of teams play down here with C4 if you have that teller drop open, you can actually get a nice C4 up to kill the Thermite as he's landing on the teller wall. I don't know if they have the drop open, but it's a good idea, especially with a Pulse who can even tell for himself if there is a Thermite there.
So, Digital finishes joining the top floor, governs it clear. A lot of his teammates are in the lobby here, and they're joining around elevators and looking for an idea.
taking their time with this attack.
Edging their way in. A minute 40. Right now, they were already under pressure within the site themselves. They are finally getting onto the top floor, bringing Ash up here so she can start making holes in the floor itself. Giving them the angle down. Giving them the sightlines in towards the bomb site. Giving them sightlines in towards both bomb sites too, thanks to the way that door's set up. Down and in by the printer. He's looking for the batteries. They want to try and thermite that open so he can get one down. Then heads towards the backside. Currently the only player up here. Jay is there, but he's watching the staircase. I'd like to see them switch it up in a minute. Now that the floor is open, a Capital bolts down through here would be really nice for him. In towards the doorway, this very hole here, a Capital bolt through that hole, a Capital bolt through the doorway between bomb sites would be very nice to cut it off when they try and go for this plant, which is what Beastly's given a shot in a moment. Then the wall on open. But just actually use a second one on the same place.
They do have the drop down open, but they didn't actually utilize it too. Or did they? How did the thermite charge?
I think it might be.
Must have been C4.
Oh no, I know what it was. They impacted it. They made holes all the way along the top. Let's see if we can see it. They've made holes all the way along the top here. I thought they were throwing them at Ash, but now I realize no, they were throwing them up through this hole and it blows up the thermite charge. So there we go. Very nice play, in fact,
now denying
from the defense. Yeah, Chinny does finally show himself though. Takes out Carnage from behind. 25 seconds and the attackers now are still not inside thanks to that beautiful impact nade play. The diffuser's on Beastly, so we're going to ride on board with him. Digital's very, very low, can't get through this door. Jay is trying to come in from behind. Titan's got this doorway pinned. Jay does take down Neps though, and Titan now has to turn his attention away from this door. Beastly gets in. Checking in the A site, he's got to take his eyes off and he's got to go for the plant. 6 seconds, he's got to put this bomb down now. 4 seconds, 2 seconds, he pulls it off again, he has to hold it. Hopes has to stay up. Titan, all he has to do is shoot the man behind him. Does finally get it done.
Wow. That was a really excellent round from Smoke. He not only denied that thermite, but then he detonated 2 smokes, denying both of the entries to the site for a number of seconds, leading it down into, what was it, like 10 seconds when they pushed in? And the only option they had to push in was through the door.
Yep.
That was all Redeemer.
Yeah, very, very nice play. It took us a while to figure out what was
happened.
going on.
Yeah.
I saw the impact nade go off and I saw the hit marker because we were watching Ash and she was standing above the hole she made.
Yeah.
That's great. But I thought he was throwing, the Ash is above here, I'll throw the impact nade at her, try and do some damage. Didn't put 2 and 2 together that, oh wait, yeah.
Yeah, they got the
that
thermite
also
charge.
blows up the thermite charge. So yeah, really nicely done. And to do it with the speed and the accuracy you need to get it through that hole, land it in the right place to
It's
also
very
hit the
impressive.
charge.
And then right
Very
after that,
impressive.
smokes.
Yeah, and then the
Instantly.
smoke charges too. Yeah,
Great
no.
utility play from Redeemer.
Very, very well played there. Down now into the basement once more, go 3-sub though. They are looking to try and get themselves back onto level footing with that 3-3 scoreline by defending the basement once more.
Are these the fellows who did not reinforce the server walls?
Yes.
Are we going to see that, I wonder, from them this round?
Let's count it out. So we got 1
Maybe.
reinforcement server. We got
Okay.
1 reinforcement elevators, 2 reinforcement open office.
Or I think we're going to see 2 reinforcements in just
Yeah,
a
he's
second.
shot and
There
cut
you
out a
go.
drone, then he's done it. So
10 seconds left.
Carnage is hunting a drone as well, so he hasn't done the front one yet. He should be
he'll
doing
do it
that in
in
a
a
minute.
second.
But as Rook, that's dangerous now. He's going to be slow to get back downstairs.
3 seconds.
Digital goes back down server. Beastly is coming here. Look, Beastly is defending Carnage, making sure they don't rush in the front and
Yep.
kill him off. So that's good. That's good teamwork. We like that.
So that's right, 5 reinforcements.
That's for
up
5
here.
reinforcements. Then we go downstairs. There's 1 here by this door. That's 6. Then there's 1 here by garage. That's 7.
What? Why?
Where?
Why?
Where are your others? There's
Upstairs?
no one on this top floor. There's
Are
no
they
one
just
around
not
up
using
there.
them?
You've used 7 reinforcements, and that is it.
Maybe in their head it's better to not reinforce it for some reason. Oh, there
we go. Digital had 1.
Yeah.
He only has 1 though, because he's the one that did the server reinforcement.
No,
he did.
he's
Okay.
got 2.
All right, I thought he was on the server reinforcement. There we go. Thank you very much, 3-sub. You got a much better chance now. All right. Switch it up with the attackers who are coming in through open office again already. Neps and Shinny leading the charge. Drone it out, cover it out, and now they're watching the staircase. They're going to bring in their thermite. And this time they cannot be too liberal with it. They have to only use the 1 here and then take 1 downstairs to server with them. They can't use the 1 on the server trapdoor itself because they did that last time around. He's also using the corridor option here. No, I like this. Look at the way that 3-sub were defending last time. Their remaining players were out in the garage. They were out in the B bomb site. They were a long way back in that corridor. So that trapdoor gives a better sightline onto them.
Yep.
Digital coming down the stairs now, then as the drones follow him through, they swarm on in and Jay helps him take them out. Back camera's still in here. He is using it on the server trapdoor, so they
Wow.
now cannot get through those walls. Look at that, beautiful.
If they just fall out of server right now,
Yeah.
the defenders win this round.
All they have to do is leave server. Digital is
Just
staying
run
in the
away.
staircase though. Jay is staying behind the edge. He's been smoked off a little. Let's ride on board with Digital. They're going to have to come down here in some capacity.
They actually smoked the retreat for the defenders. They smoked off the door. All they have to do is run through.
He could sprint through that smoke, leave Digital here. It won't be the end of the world to leave a shotgun in here on solo.
Oh, definitely not.
He has a trophy system to help him out. Redeem it. Going to drone on in. And
Doesn't matter that they know he's there.
And also a little bit. Capital puts his bolt right at the top. He's fine with that. You're going to pre-fire in, but you've used up an entire bolt. And you cannot get through the doors downstairs. Planting is going to be real tough. And you've only got 45 seconds. You still cannot shake him. Comes around the corner, and because he knifes instead of ADSing and leaning, Digital gets the kill.
Yeah.
Capital gone. No grenades left. The asphyxiating bolts wasted. Digital is now holding firm in the stairwell. They haven't even shaken Jay off from behind server now.
30
They
seconds.
do lose one more to Hopestyle from inside the site. Digital is holding even more aggressively up top now. Peeking out to Blackbeard. Does lose that fight, but he takes Blackbeard down very, very low as well. Thermite going to drop on through. Jay's ready and waiting for him as he misses a lot of important shots, but finally gets the kill, and that's the diffuser. Goes into the staircase, but Blackbeard will drop behind him. Doesn't matter, he's the only man standing. 13
12
seconds. Smoke grenades on the door. He has to come through it.
He can't.
Doesn't have the
No
help.
HP.
Down they go.
Wow.
3-sub level out the round because of 2 reinforcements.
And what was that thermite charge? What was that thermite charge on? Did they assume without looking that the server walls weren't reinforced again? Because clearly that round that they forgot to reinforce the server walls, that must have been a mistake.
I think they just presumed that once they had server control, they were going to be strong enough to push them off the side
That's
with
not how
the
it
other
works.
one. Like,
That's
that's
not
how
how
it
it
works. But I
And
can
then
only
they-
think that must be what it is.
Capitao did a nice little silly dance with Valkyrie there, but in reality, it's a little harder to debunk Valkyrie than a couple of asphyxiating bolts and grenades or what have you. I mean, she's got a shotgun. She's going to point it. She's going to hold the 90-degree angle. There's nothing you can do to stop her from doing that. Oh, Titan.
All right, Titan does
Peace out,
have
bruh.
to disconnect and back away. We'll obviously have him back in as fast as possible, if possible, on a quick remake, but it does leave us a scoreline at 3-3. We've
Yeah.
got a lot of different bomb site options still open. Thank you, Jam, getting feed in. So, Excellence 2-0'd over Noble.
Yeah.
So their off-stream game, we'll get that confirmed by our admins. We'll get that looked over in a moment and get that to you as soon as we get it done and confirmed. We're going to run to a short break, of course, re-invite these players back into the lobby, get this game back and going, because it is still very close and very tight. 3-sub, remember, map number 1, and they need every point they can get. So they need to continue winning here and pull this back out and get it back into their favor for all 3 points. SoaR don't have quite the same kind of chance at making playoffs, but
Yeah.
can throw a spanner in the works here. We'll see you in just a moment with the culmination of this second map between SoaR Gaming and 3-sub. Welcome back then, ladies and gentlemen. First things first, I do have a verbal and admin confirmation. Excellence did beat Noble 2 maps to 0, 10 rounds to 2. A very one-sided affair there. But back into this game. 3-sup, 1 map up, having already won the Oregon map. They need to win this map so that they can head forward and have any chance of getting in towards the playoffs at the end of the season. As it is, SoaR putting and fighting tooth and nail to put that against them. Current score is 3 rounds to 3 as we head into another SoaR defense of the basement level.
Yep, and we're seeing, again, another Rook Doc, more HP. I'm guessing what we're going to see from them is the same thing we saw from them last defense down here. They're probably going to put Doc in behind that server and Rook to support them, but we'll find out in just a moment.
Now, the reinforcements have been fine here for SoaR.
Oh, yeah.
Fair. They've done all of theirs and they need to be.
And they don't wait to the end of the round, or the end of the prep phase to reinforce the server walls
Yeah.
and scare everybody.
They are doing all the right ones upstairs. They are still doing this server one, though, as you mentioned, which
You
can
know,
be beneficial to the attackers, but they also have been, therefore, playing inside servers. They've been trying to hold it for a reason.
I can see why it would be beneficial to the attackers, but it's just not really, because what position does it debunk? Or not debunk, oh my gosh. What position does it make it so you can't play? That one next to the server against the wall near the tunnel. That's it. It doesn't help you take out people behind the server. You can't, I mean, people say, oh, you can throw grenades in there. Well, yeah, you can do that from the tunnel, too. You can do that from the stairs. It doesn't really help the attack all that much. And for defense, it helps you a ton. Because when they're actually going into the site, what are you going to do if you have someone come around for the flank? They're going to go down the stairs, right? Well, that's really easy for the attackers to just turn around and look at the stairs. But if they're coming in and you aggress them on the drop down, they can't stop you from getting a kill or two and glocking out that round for the defense.
So, now we look and watch for Digital droning in through the top side. He's in the lobby at the moment. Hopes to come and join him. They're looking for it. Wow, very fast B push coming out of 3-sup here. Straight down in behind Vandal. Picks him off quickly. Chinny, though, gives a good trade back onto Jay. They've also downed Blackbeard in here. Very quick kills, though, coming out for 3-sup as Beastly and Hopes grab one each as well. Hopes is very, very low, but he's looking to go for the revive onto Carnage. He calls it safe. 2 members of SoaR left aliving. Redeemer is, whatever the hell I just said. Redeemer is inside B. Hopes gets finished off through the wall by Chinny. Nice random spray. Redeemer coming around to help out. Chinny hasn't managed to kill off Hope, so he's actually going to get revived with a bit more health than he had before by Beastly. And because they got in so fast, they've got all the time in the world now to stop and take stock. They know they're 4 against 2. Redeemer is watching the backside of Vault. Chinny is inside B. Carnage is watching the corridor as Blackbeard prone at the end. And they've got time to drone this. Digital finally coming down to join it. It was one of his drones that makes the real damage get done. Sledges open the B site. Now we'll have a look inside as now it's Chinny that's exposed from that. Peeks down to the corridor. Carnage actually looks away just as he gets across the gap. But Digital's on drone again, and we'll see him just behind this corner. Carnage is going to have to look on out. He does have to reposition away. Digital still behind the desk. Carnage, ooh, just misses his head there as he peeks out from the elevator. Minute and 14 seconds. Redeemer is watching behind and does pin Hope back in towards the vault. Carnage pushing on forward. He's looking to try and get up to Chinny now. Chinny's tucked inside the garage, and Carnage is right on the other side of this wooden door. Neither of them know how close they are to the other. Redeemer still overhealing now, pushing Vault. Chinny comes back in, sees Digital, gets a good headshot into him, but Carnage comes on the flank. Redeemer now pushes in towards Vault and is looking to try and get behind them with 3 players still alive. They're inside and planting. A very fast, nice attack from 3-sup, looking to get this lead back in their hands. In towards the Vault, Hopes will jump out over the edge. Beastly is going to have seen the feet if he looks in the right angle here. Yes, he does. He's got eyes on it. The call comes out. They know exactly where Redeemer is now. He pre-fires and last bullet gets Beastly as he peeks back out from around the corner. Up on the staircase, though, Hopes has got eyes on the diffuser and can wait for the push. Carnage is looking towards the front edge and watching the elevator push. Careful of Vault, but Redeemer is sitting back, overhealing himself and making sure he takes his time. He knows he's got chances. Just around the window, here comes Hope. Looks away at the wrong second, but Hope can't land the shot either. Redeemer is super, super healthy here compared to this Ash, but Ash can't land her shots. Needs the Blackbeards to come in behind, and it's hairy for a moment, but Carnage do seal it out and finally get the round in the bag.
So what was that from 3-sup? It wasn't a well-executed attack, it was just a clever attack.
Yeah, shock and awe.
And it really, really was emphasized, in my opinion, by the fact that they were doing it right after the break. You know, the game stops, the momentum stops, everything in your head stops, you stop thinking about it, and then, oh, what is this? All of a sudden, they're coming through the drop. Oh, no. And it really caught them off guard. It paid off. There was a little bit of a stall out there, but that was, honestly, it paid off for them in the end.
Yeah, when the staller happens and you've got 2 minutes left in your 4v2, that's
4v2,
fine.
yeah. Just take your time. No need to rush it or anything. And yeah, no, that was honestly just a really clever attack from 3Sup.
Abusing, as you say, the fact that the momentum was broken. It was a reinforced trapdoor anyway. They had to use the thermite charge on it. It wasn't like they didn't, like they got through it instantly with an ash charge or a sprint.
Yeah.
They
And now they are defending, of course, the Teller's site. So it is going to be probably, I'd predict an overtime here.
I do too. I would not be surprised to see this go overtime, but we'll wait and see.
Yeah.
3Sup looking now to hold this against the attack coming out from SoaR again. SoaR once more bringing the buck to the table instead of the Capitao.
And interestingly, on defense, we don't see a smoke, which in my opinion is kind of lagging. I would like to see a smoke on this defense. It helped out so much on that last Teller's defense that was won. That was really pretty much it was the entire reason they won that round.
Yeah. Upstairs, Valkyrie and Jaeger looking as a combination. Oh, Jay is looking to peek out towards the jewelry spawn, but nobody's there, Jay. Not today. I like your thinking, though. 3Sup looking for a very aggressive end here. This is what they want, clearly. They went to that very fast push in the end. Jay now looking for a spawn peek upstairs. They really want to end this game fast and get their 3 points.
Well, now they have all of the momentum. They captured it with that last attack round.
Chinny's up above him and he just about misses sight of each other. Pre-fires one corner. He now sees Chinny's head. Chinny can see him straight back though. Chinny doesn't land the important shots, but he's 1 HP. He's looking very much for it. This is a tight fight. Jay has to make this count if he keeps this fight going. He is not going to make it do. Down he goes. Digital was also there now trying to help out, but with the shotgun, that's never really going to work.
I think he C4'd him.
Oh, did he try C4?
He
Yes,
C4'd him.
He used his C4, but missed that as well.
Yeah, I don't think you can hit that from that angle.
There's a couple of spots that window skylight you can, but yeah, not.
But he was on the wrong side of the skylight anyway.
Yeah.
What is okay?
Running down the front entrance and coming through that front door. Then
Yep.
Titan's already in. Buck now pushing in the top floor as well. They've already killed off one roamer. They're not going to be too expectant of any more, and they're right to do that. Players still staying downstairs for 3Sup. Beastly once again, he's playing in the front site. I want a dock here and to give him the pulse a chance to roam around.
I think
behind.
I think they have the rook on the other door, right?
Why is your
Whoa.
Valkyrie shotgun pushing into the lobby? What in the world are you doing, 3Sup? I get you want to play aggressive and fast, but that is not the way to do it.
Okay, so aggressive, usually better on attack, guys.
Yeah. Hope's now firing out into the lobby. He does miss a couple of shots, but tags Titan up a little way. Beastly trying to make shots count up through the floor. Still sees the sight of Neps right above his head, goes to C4. It's not quite close enough. Neps shrugs it all off. Shots rattling on up, and still neither of them landing anything substantial. Hope's firing out through a very tight kill hole towards the front of the lobby. Carnage trying to fire out the backside.
Carnage, why are you over here?
He's trying to flank this time. They didn't have a dog do it. They had a rook do it. It didn't work out. Surprise, surprise.
Oh, the
Neps
wall's
gets
up.
down through the floor. Beastly's the last man standing. He went all the way out the back. He's going for the flank. He's going to find Vandal. He does get a good headshot in him, but now he's got 4 more to find. Chinny is suddenly aware of his position. He's looking through this big-ass hole in the wall. Now goes into safe sides of the site. Neps has dropped down. Redeemer's inside with the plant. They're all watching this hole in the wall, knowing that's where Beastly's going to come from. Neps watching the elevators in case he somehow gets across the gap. Titans at the backside. There's Chinny pre-firing it. He doesn't land anything substantial, but calls the position all the same. Chinny goes down. On the other side of this wall is Redeemer. Titans there aside the main doorway. Does get down as well. Up from behind the printer, though. There's Redeemer with a free kill. And there it is. Overtime.
Okay, that attack. Okay, that defense round rather. Okay, Rook, not as much of a culprit. He actually just kind of wandered out because the wall was open. But the rest of his team, what? You're defending, guys. You're defending. You don't need to control the entire map. You don't need to run out into the lobby with a shotgun. I'm not sure what Jaeger was doing in the back there, and I'm not sure what Valkyrie was doing in the lobby.
Normally I'd say, yes, of course, you have to back out for the overtime. Wait, I was going to say all the bomb sites are unlocked, but
Yeah.
we do have to, I believe the rule is coin flip for who is attack and who is defense for overtime here. So we will back away to another 3-minute break in just a moment. Get the players back in the lobby, figure out who is attack, who is defense for overtime. That's an admin decision. We'll talk to them and find out what it is. When we come back, overtime between 3Sup and SoaR. Remember, 3Sup need all 3 points from this to really secure a chance at even being in the running for playoffs come next week's games. SoaR down and out of that really right now.
Yeah.
Having lost that first map, all they can get is 1 point from this, and they're just trying to stay alive, just trying to save
It's
face
too
and
late.
save some pride.
It's too late in the season to really be making it to the playoffs with 1 point from this. 3Sup needs to win. They really do.
So we'll find out whether that is the case or not right after this short break as we play out the final 3 rounds to decide their fate in just a moment. So, you see on the standings, 8 points for SoaR, 6 points for 3sub. 3sub need 3 points from this. SoaR are safe as far as this game goes, but of course every little point counts for them. They need to win this map to get that one, to get up to 9. SoaR starting overtime on oh no, wait, sorry. Coin flip is currently underway. If it's tails, SoaR will start on defense. If it's heads, 3sub will start on defense. Flipping is underway. I don't know why I'm imagining it. And
we're about to find out.
I'm literally just reading it off our Discord.
Yeah.
So,
we're just waiting to see who's going to be going to playoffs and who isn't, almost certainly. Pretty much the outcome of, well, I'm guessing probably on
SoaR
defense.
have a chance next week, because SoaR have only played 4 games, 5 including this one, so they have a game in hand and already on 8 points.
But
even if they draw this, SoaR are on 9 points, so every point counts.
Yeah.
But at the same time, yes, if they lose this, they are still in with a chance come next week.
Yeah.
3sub, if they lose this,
it's out for them.
Down and out, there's no chance. Lands on heads, so 3sub do start on defense, which is what they were.
All right.
Why did they just swap? They were that way.
Oopsie, they made a bit of a mistake, but it doesn't matter. 3sub going into defense, they're going to have the advantage in the first round here, obviously defending that basement, although, to be honest, the way it's been working out, I'm not really sure. Like, we've been seeing a lot of, like, just weird rounds on basement.
Yeah.
Like, just weird rounds. Defense kind of dropping the ball, attack dropping the ball at times. It just, I'm really, honestly, I want to say, yeah, sure, you got the advantage on the defense there, but I have no idea. I have no idea who's going to win this defense.
No, like, you could even say, like, oh, Stones is going to win this bomb type, and the Stones is going to win this bomb. No, just all of them are just
It's
mad.
chaos. It's chaos. And I mean, it's working out for neither of them. We're in overtime draw. I don't know. I'm excited to see who's gonna win the
Sorry,
defense.
I'm trying to hear what was going on in here.
Yeah.
The coin flip said 3sub defense, but now 3sub are saying just start while SoaR are on defense. My admin's gone quiet. I have no clue what's going on.
We're gonna take
this, let alone what's going on in the game right now.
Yeah. We're just gonna find out.
This is wonderful. This is wonderful. So we'll get an answer on that. Let's have a look at how the Teller's Archives bomb site has so far played out.
It's been back and forth, really.
It has been very back and forth, but it is obviously that top-down gameplay over everything else.
Most of the time, it's been attacker-sided. Like you said, from the top-down gameplay, when they actually get to utilize it, it has been going in their favor. But other rounds, we see them not utilize it quite as much. One round, I can't remember which team it was, but they opened up above the wall so that they could thermite their way in through tellers. But then they didn't use it for anything else. They just and that ended up costing them, because what did Smoke do? He used an impact grenade to deny the wall, regardless.
That was 3sub on attack. Yes,
yes.
That last round was obviously SoaR on attack. So
if they had just taken a little bit more time to open up other places and get rid of the defenders, kill the Smoke, they probably would have won that round. So it's been going in favor of the attackers for the most part, but who knows, really.
I'm getting
so we're
still
waiting.
Still
waiting on an admin to go ahead and tell us where we're going to be, or who's going to be defending and who's going to be attacking here. I think it was decided that 3sub would be defending.
That's what the coin flip said 3sub defending, but now the teams are saying start with SoaR on defense, which I'm fine to do if the admins are okay with.
Yeah.
But I can't just go on what the teams are saying. I need to wait for my admin. So why have you not responded?
Well, we'll find out in a second. But yeah, I expect if 3sub gets on defense here, I expect them to calm down a little bit with the aggression, try and defend that basement as best they can, and play it really smart, really slow. That's what I expect to see. We'll find out, but and that's going to put them in the advantage going into attack. So obviously they're going to have to attack a basement, and who knows, maybe they'll lose that attack. But then, actually, then they have to defend Teller. So who knows? Maybe it'll be SoaR with the advantage here.
Yeah.
I we'll find out. See if who actually wins the defense on basement. But
oh, here we go. He's woken up.
Uh-oh.
Responded.
We're about to moment of truth, guys.
So as I said, the initial thing said tails, SoaR def, heads, 3sub def. It was a heads call apparently, so it should be 3sub on def. Now, if he's okay with letting them start with SoaR on defense as the teams have agreed, no, he said it should be 3sub on defense.
So now we're just gonna wait for them to swap back.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they need to swap back. Thank you. There we go.
Oh, they're doing it. Whew. It's happening.
One more. Come on, Redeemer. Hit your button. Hit your little switch button. Get over. Let's get this going. I want to find out who
You can
wins
do
this
it.
game. It is
You can
overtime.
do it.
It is currently 4 rounds to 4. 3-Sub won the first map very well. Some
It's so close.
merry moments, but
So
very
close
well
to switching sides.
on on the.
It's not happening.
Oh my lord! 3-Sub.
Oh man.
There's now saying they want offense. I don't think they can even choose that.
Nope. No, they
This
can't.
is why we
That's
have
not how
rulebooks,
this
ladies
works.
and gentlemen,
That's
but
not how this
apparently
works.
Nobody wants to read them. I love it. It makes it so much fun because we don't already have enough problems
Yeah.
going through this.
This is just too much. This is hilarious.
Chat,
I can't
sorry,
help
guys.
it. I
We're
can't
gonna-
help it.
Yeah, we're
It's
gonna run to another break.
Just a
because I
quick
need to
break,
find out what the
guys.
hell
No
is
big
going
deal.
on. This is ridiculous right now. We'll see you in a moment. We'll see you in 3 minutes. We'll find out what's dealing with this because it's getting stupid, and we'll give you an update and give you information as soon as we can. And don't forget, we still have another game to come after this one. So yeah, we're in for a great night, boys. See you in a moment. There we go. Whew, that was the moment. All right, boys.
30-minute cooldown, no big deal.
Swift slap, gone in the right place. 3-Sub are on defense. That's how it should be. SoaR on attack, and we are going back down towards
basement.
the basement.
Yeah.
3-Sub looking to hold this site now. Forget about all that silliness. And
But
get
will
back
they
into
be
the
able
game.
to though? Because from what we've seen, it's been a bit of a mix-up on the basement,
It has.
which is not what you expect to see at all.
No.
Not at all. But
hey, last time around, it was held very nicely. They reinforced that server trapdoor.
Yep.
SoaR couldn't get down through it. Digital held that stairway very, very strongly. Couldn't get past Capitao. Had a real issue getting through him, getting down there, and they just ran out of time.
man.
So, can they figure that out any better? Can they get around it? Can they get through it any quicker or easier?
yeah.
Or
Will they
are we
thermite?
disconnecting
The server
because
drop.
Carnage is having issues.
Oh,
Everyone
no.
has moved except
Oh no. Oh no.
So, everyone moved except him. All right, boys.
I wish I had a violin with me right now.
Yeah, the world's smallest violin. We'll give it a play. We'll play it. There we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know the drill. You know the dance. You've seen the screen. You almost had a 30-minute screen of it. We'll see you in another 3 minutes. Maybe we'll cut it short again this time around if the players are all back in fast enough. Hopefully we do. We just want to get this game going. We just want to see the end of it just like you guys. So we'll see you in a couple more minutes time with hopefully the proper game between SoaR and 3-Sub here on Bank to conclude their overtime.
Oh.
Well, welcome back. New development. Can't make a custom lobby.
Yay!
While we try and figure out why it is, I don't know. I mean, we're still live, so it's not our connection, it's not our internet here. Whether it's an Xbox server outage, we're going to talk to you and find out. Whether it's something else, we're restarting our consoles now, trying to figure out on those lines. We don't know. But as if we weren't having enough fun already, chat, we now have another whole problem to contend with. So we'll see you again in a few more minutes' time. This one will slightly be a longer break while we get this figures, but again, we will come back sooner if we can get it fixed faster, and if we can get this game going and give you more information. But we all just want to see the end of it. All we can do is apologize and yeah, and see you again as soon as possible. Thanks for your patience.
See you in a bit.
Right, welcome back. Cut it short. No crazy, scary 30-minute timer this time around.
We got it going, guys.
Hopefully they can continue on in.
I think it's 4-4, right?
It is 4-4.
So
we are
straight into
finally
overtime.
kicking off overtime.
Yay!
3 sup, getting the defense side are going to go down into the basement.
Mhm.
SoaR on attack, bringing in Twitch to the table instead of an Ash on their attack this time. First time Vandal doing that this game.
Yeah, and we are seeing smoke on the basement. As expected, honestly, not a whole lot of variation coming out here. Pretty much nothing at all. Everything is loading
so
still.
Vandal's been playing that Ash in a I'll watch the trapdoor / flank role.
Oh
in
yeah, that's
open
right, we have
office.
Twitch.
So yeah, now he's going Twitch so he can
Yeah.
claim all the staircase and then just watch through the
Yeah.
trapdoor in open office unhindered.
Not a whole lot of variation. Huh.
So
There's a
we'll
Twitch.
see whether or not that is actually going to work out for them and benefit them. It should do. It sounds like a perfect
I
plan.
expect it to.
But we'll see if he can either, 1, hear the Claymore getting shot when someone tries to flank it, or 2, get away with it when it comes around.
Other than that, we are seeing our basic reinforcements. They're getting all of the drops, and again, they are getting that server drop, which is debatable, but it's what we've been seeing all night.
10 seconds
And
left.
not a whole lot else different going on here. Looks like there was an explosive use. Yeah, that was to open up probably the wall between the site and the red
Attackers have
hallway.
discovered the location of a bomb.
Pretty much
Attackers
nothing
have
else
recovered their
different.
diffuser. Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
Yeah, so down they go. Those are all the same as they have. The reinforcements on this side
They
wall
do get the
are
wall.
done. Learned from their previous mistakes, but they are still trying to learn and sit inside the server room. They
Mhm.
are still trying to lock and hold that. This time though, just with Jay, Digital has moved over to at least pick
I
up his
think he's going to
armor.
go back.
Yeah, and now head over back. Hope's then still inside Red and Vault. Beastly right at the back of the elevators, and Carnage was aggressively in garage for a little minute, but has now come on the way down. Blackbeard then journeying from lobby, but is outside the front door. Neps now journeying the backside, journeying behind, checking for Valk cameras, looking this way as Redeemer will now come and join in, but once more he's going to go down that staircase and find there to be a Valkyrie sitting.
Attackers recovered the bomb
Yep.
diffuser.
They're taking their time on this aggression here. 2 minutes. And they're only just entering the building, and they were roaming or droning for their teammates, but it's now they
Chinny's
get.
drone is in there. Chinny's drone can see that Digital.
This is the same dilemma that they had last time.
Chinny's drone saw that Valk was just sitting on cameras that entire time. If he hadn't come off it when he did, Neps was going to push straight into that. He's going to give it a go now. He's teasing the idea back and forth.
And they open the server drop.
Oh yeah, they're opening the server drop. Digital has this time just fallen right back and got into the safe spots. They are playing very, very passive now. With a minute 35 on the clock, I'm completely okay with it. They have wasted a lot of the time already.
Now, interesting. Last round we actually saw he stayed in those stairs, and he ended up winning them the round. So it was, you know, I guess they really want to win this, of course. But I don't know. I think it could have been paid off, or leave the shotgun in the stairs.
There we go. Jay taking out through the hole in the floor
Yep.
next to Blackbeard getting that angle on the backside. The drones were forcing him to peek out. He was unsure of what's coming down the staircase, and he made the most of it. They're still unsure about getting down here, though. They're still going to drone a little bit more and be cautious of what's waiting on the inside. But there are 4 SoaR players in this back corridor now. Hopes, he's out. He's watching the camera for behind. Watching the camera inside server before it gets killed off. But it's still going to be his job now with these smoke grenades. Once the wall blows open, to stop the plant going through. Actually goes a bit early,
Yeah.
replaces it before the wall is open. There's no chance of anyone to have been sitting in there yet. But hey, with only 40 seconds on the clock, can afford to be a little bit tardy with it. He's got 30 seconds of total stalling to be done by these smoke grenades. Throws him out a little bit early. The C4 comes out as well. Does force the thermite back with the planter, but doesn't kill him. And that's all the smoke's gone now too. Digital is right inside with his shotgun now, very close, right behind the bomb. He's just got to stay down until he hears the plant sound, but he gets spotted out and taken out through the desk by Capital. Redeemer is starting the plant. Carnage does get one onto Titan, though Redeemer is still going through. Hopes has been downed inside. And even though there's 10 seconds on the clock,
Wow.
SoaR have cleaned up 3 sub, knowing exactly where the peaks were going to come from. They were ready for it, and even Vandal's flank was covered.
Okay, so mistakes by the defenders there. First mistake, in my opinion, bringing that shotgun out of the stairs could have saved a lot of time. And as you saw there, that round ended in the last 20 seconds. So if she just stayed in those stairs a little bit longer, tried to play it the same way she had before, she could have either gotten a pick or 2 or just wasted in those last 20 seconds that ended up winning the round. Next mistake, Jaeger peeking the drop for no reason. He could have, again, wasted so much more time or had just run away sooner to try to play the site. And the last mistake, I think the one that really got them, that's smoke. He was getting a little too jumpy with his smoke grenades, throwing them way too soon, way too close together. He could have paced those a little bit better and actually just won the round flat out with those smokes. And then, again, C4 into the smoke. Why would you C4 smoke? They're not standing in the smoke.
Yeah, the nerves got a little bit too 3-sub, falling back too soon, not playing as aggressive as you were, not being as confident in that server hold as you did before, peeking the wrong weird angle, that Jaeger thing, rather than, he was peeking the stairs, yes, but if you picked it from the left, he'd have been covered. Okay, you wouldn't have been able to see the tunnel, but he'd have been covered. Those little things, and you say the stacking the smoke's too heavy.
It really just comes down to nerves, like you said.
Trying to do everything too fast, trying to be a little bit too jumpy or edgy with it all.
Yeah. It's kind of disappointing to see from C-Sup. They really know that they need to win this, and it seems like almost like they were trying too hard, and it got to them. It got to them. So,
SoaR 1 round up then. All they need is one more to secure a single point from this matchup. Remember, they did lose the first map. 3-Sup won that one. That was Oregon. SoaR drawing this will get 1 point, put them up to 10 total, I believe it was.
I think it's 9, actually.
9 total, sorry, and lock themselves with a far better chance of getting into playoffs come next week's games. Still a tough one, but it's a better chance than if they lose this out. 3-Sup, however, if they draw it, will only be on 7 points, and that puts them down and out of the running as far as next week goes. And they need to win these two on the trot.
Yeah, if 3-Sup doesn't win this, it's pretty much over. They still have a chance, though. They will be defending basement again if they win this attack. The only thing is they have to win an attack on the basement.
Yeah.
So it's anyone's game right now.
So Hopes here in open office is watching the back edges and checking the trapdoors and covering from this angle. BC's now going to come in after droning and judging that it's safe while Ash continues to drone a little bit further and deeper in. Blows the A site trapdoor, a good spot again. Can he go and now claymore the back staircase? Please do it. Checks it and makes sure, then drop a claymore down.
Yep.
Right at the top of his back staircase, nice. Now Ash can sit in here and fire down through that trapdoor with this covering her backside comfortably. So that'll be sightline for him. Carnage is coming in through backside to server now. Redeemer's in there tucked away. He's taken a lot of damage already from these grenades. The Capital bolt comes down. He dodges this one nicely. But he's still being pinned in. Peeks on out through, taken out without dealing much damage at all. He does hit Capital a little way, but nothing significant. Capital peeks in the site, looks for Chinny, but this is looking good for the 3-Sup attack already. Smokes equipped for Jay. Upstairs, Beastly is now down to join them. He's going to blow this wall on open. No reason to smoke it before he gets it open, and Jay has realised that. Waits for it to crack on up. Sightlines to come in. Like before, we're looking for Smoke to block it off, but with a minute on the clock, he hasn't got much time to hold it. Smoke's coming down from up top from Hope. He's waiting for the sound of that fire. He goes for an early throw, and there's no one close for it. It's good for them. Chinny spotted out in the garage again. Hope continuing to throw smoke grenades down through there to confuse. Tyson still up close. Jay is just sitting here and waiting and making sure they let these smokes time out. 45 seconds is a lot of time here for the attacking team. Digital picks up the first kill onto Chinny as he flanks around behind before Carnage then gets one from inside server. Vandal is inside goal, just using the heartbeats from very up close, but he can't shoot anyone from there. They also can't push back up the red corridor because Digital's in the garage. This is a perfect play from 3-Sup. Digital putting himself right there has won this round for them.
Wow.
He's down Nips from here. Vandal is locked out all the way inside Vol, and without losing a single player, with a little bit of patience and letting this rank from Digital, 3-Sup slaughter.
That was beautiful.
In the best round we've seen for this whole game.
Not just this whole game, Panky. This whole match. That was perfectly executed from 3-Sup. They didn't waste any time whatsoever. They didn't no slip ups at all on that attack, and just it was perfect. It was a perfect attack. There's no other way to say it. And also something to note: SoaR didn't reinforce that garage wall. That almost could have cost them the round entirely. Just that wall.
Well, it did. That's where Digital was.
Exactly.
That's where he pulled off those 3 kills. That's where he decimated them. If that was reinforced, he'd have had to commit far deeper. He'd have had to go far further into the site. He'd have had to go into the corridor to get that kill and to pick up that one man. So it would have been a riskier play for him. It could have ended up at the same route. It could have been different, but yes, that wall not being reinforced, given the safety being deep in the garage, being the safety being all that way back. got that done for them. We'll touch a little bit more on that round and analyze it and crush it down a little bit more when we come back from another break of re-inviting the lobby. 3 up, had another disconnect, had another player crash, and well, with the 1 round left to play, this deciding round, choosing who gets 3 and who gets no or 1 points from this matchup. We've already talked how important that is. They need to make sure they got everyone in. They need to make sure they're running at boss performance because their first attack on this basement did not go well. Sorry, first defense of this basement did not go well. Their attack was flawless.
Based on what we just saw, I could see them coming back from it though. Because
as soon as you do that, the confidence is right there.
Really what happened last time was, again, like you said, it's the confidence, the nerves. Now that they have their nerves back, clearly, I mean, I could see it working out for them. They just needed those extra 20 seconds.
All right, so fine, we won't go to a break. We'll just re-invite them and talk about it. The confidence from that attack is going to be flowing through them. In their defense, it was there. It was solid. They had the right idea, but they just fell back too soon. Yeah. Same thing again, identical, just hold firm.
You know, it's funny is because it wasn't just one person falling back too soon. It was 3 people. They had 3 chances to just win that round. And unfortunately, they gave it up, and it was honestly just kind of lucky for SoaR. Because you saw the Jaeger, you saw, you know, the smoke, you saw the Valkyrie. It just a couple seconds from each of them would have won the round. So, yeah, I'm rooting for 3 up here, to be honest. I'm rooting for their chances. They're kind of the underdog here on the standings. So if they win this, you know, it's going to put them in a position to bring them to the playoffs. They aren't getting into the lobby yet, though.
No, they might be. So we are going to enter through.
I think we're going to
find out what's taking them so long here. We'll be back in a moment, guys, with the culmination, the final round between SoaR and 3 up to decide it all. See you in a moment. Love it when we don't have to use a whole break. In they come. Back onto defense. Go 3 up. Yes. Down into the basement they get to go again after losing it the first time. But it all comes down to this.
This is their redemption right here. Last round, we talked about it. Last round on defense basement, they really easily could have won it. So will they be able to pull it off this time? We'll find out.
SoaR bringing Twitch onto attack again. Same as before. She did cover the flank nicely. She did get the game or really round-ending kill onto the pulse that time over. The attack downstairs was very, very clean and swift once they cleaned out that server area. Once they got rid of the Valkyrie, once they got rid of the Jaeger, they quickly moved on into the site and put the pressure down. Even though they didn't have much time left, they... Oh my god, are you serious?
No way. Oh, yes!
No, I'm like, my controller's still not doing nothing.
Okay.
Something's not quite right on here. We can see them moving around. My controller's doing nothing. Doesn't work.
Of the angels.
That works. But nothing else does.
We'll find out in a second. Oh, look at that.
Just doing what I'm told.
10 seconds to insertion.
Is it
nope, still nothing. Something's very wrong here, boys and girls. I don't know what to do.
Maybe we can just watch it from top down like this.
We can't even see the whole thing properly. I could just move it up.
What do we do? In the arms.
I don't even know. What is this?
I have no idea. Everything's stuttery. We can't use our controllers, guys.
Yeah, we can't force them to stop this. We can't force them to play it out differently. We can't force them to end the round just because of our controller bug. This is the middle of the round. They're in, and we've just got to do our best from here.
Well, we can see it, sort of.
Yeah, we can see where we're at. Digital in that stairwell like he is before. Neps is droning around it. Jay's up and above.
I think
we'll
they're getting
just about be able to tell if the trapdoor gets blown.
Yeah, we'll see the effects.
Beastly's watching forward.
We're finding out if it... Yep. We're just finding out right now to see if we can use a different controller, see if it works. Moment of truth. Moment of truth. Cross your fingers.
No, I
Nope.
don't want to waste any more time on it because
Nope.
we want to see this round as best we can.
I would like to see this round too.
All right. Digital's already been killed off.
So
That's
that
where we
was the
wasted.
stairs
Next
guy.
peek straight into the stairs and he's gone. Jay does back away to safety and
That's
get
good.
out with it. Now they blow the trapdoor, so slight waste on that. Chinny's drone was already down there and saw him fall back into the site. Didn't need to waste that thermite.
Have they gotten any of the drops yet? I don't think
They,
so.
yeah, they did the server
Okay,
one.
so
They
they
just
got
did the
the- yeah,
server
yeah.
one. After they saw Jay fall back. So Titan just drops on through it. Beastie's now in gold, looking through with his heartbeat sensor in towards the server staircase. He's got sight on at least 2. Titan
This is winnable
inside the
still.
back of the server case is now droning further in. Hopes is very far forward. He doesn't need to be this aggressive to just throw out his smoke grenades. They killed off Digital when he was in exactly this spot last time 3Sub tried to defend this. They killed him with ease. That
Is he gonna
desk
rush
is
the smokes?
penetrable.
Don't rush the smokes, please.
He's used 1 already. He's got a minute 20 to hold his defense, and he's down to 2 smokes.
Yep.
Beastly is still just feeding info, and here comes Vandal down the front side, but Carnage is watching that flank. Jay in the corridor has to stay alive here. Vandal's going to get the kill onto him before Carnage can do anything about
No.
it. Jay gets down but could be revived. Hopes is taking damage and is very, very low. Carnage takes even more from Vandals. He's ready to watch that push. Jay gets into the red corridor, but Beastly is dangerous, trying to splint across to the revive. He does do it. Going to get him back up, but Hopes has been down inside the site. Redeemer's coming in, trying to plant, accidentally drops it, didn't get quite far enough through,
Yes!
and that allows the C4 to go off. Now, Carnage has been down from behind by Vandal, and that allows him to push in. Jay now has to watch the flank. Hope is trying to crawl himself away to safety. Beasley's trying to peek on in. He downs Titan, but loses his life for it. Jay gets the kill onto Vandal. He's going to peek in. Can't stop the plant. No, Vandal didn't die. He's pushed back up the stairs. He comes in now and will get right behind Jay, but misses the shots. Jay is looking around to get onto Hopes. He's trying to go for the revive, but they get picked off from
Wow.
behind. And just like that, SoaR end out the overtime. 6 rounds to 5. And they do make it a 1-point game.
That was extremely close. Unfortunately, that aggression on the stairs in the back, I think,